Alright, gonna do a quick video on how to hang acoustic panels to your ceiling using picture wire and picture hooks, whatever you want to call these. So we're going to use these hooks to kind of latch onto the wire and then hang them from the ceiling. And the end result will be something that kind of looks like this, hanging from the ceiling. So the first thing when hanging these panels, the obvious thing is the area underneath you. Make sure that's clear. While you're hanging these, you don't want to accidentally drop it on any audio equipment that you may have or whatever you have in the area. So just make sure you have a clear ground. When I did this one, so this one's right above my computer and all my other gear. So I did this one when I put the desk in, but before I put my computer there and all my other gear. So discussing the panel itself, this panel is something that was custom built. This is 1 foot by 4 foot panel. It's somewhere around 20 pounds, I believe. And the way it's situated is we have eye hooks that were drilled into this back brace that's inside the panel. And this wire here is just regular picture hanging wire, just tied into it to hold it up. So just to kind of show that it'll hold up, I'm got it picked up and I'm shaking it, and you know, it's locked in, it's there. The hook itself, I'm using a Monkey Hook Gorilla grade, I think is what it's called. They're rated for 50 pounds, and I'm going to use it to kind of go into the ceiling. One thing I will say is that these things are not designed to hang stuff from the ceiling. From the ceilings, they are intended to hang stuff from the walls. But with that, I'm going to use them to hang this from the ceiling. So for actually placing the hook in the ceilings, you want your panel to be centered in the room. So for this first panel, the edge of this panel is equidistant to the wall as that edge is to that end of the wall. When I did that first panel, I already measured it out. It's centered in the middle of the room, give or take an inch, I think was my margin of error. So for this one, I'm going to basically just use that as a point of reference. So I have a laser level that I'm pointing at the hook, which I'm going to use as a reference as to where to place the hooks for this specific panel. So with that, got my hook, and I'm just going to, all right, phone's doing some weird stuff while I'm recording, but basically I'm going to take this hook and right on the laser, just push it in. And then it'll curve around. Let's turn this thing off so we can see what we're doing, or turn it. Bam, there we go. We got a hook in the ceiling. So I'm going to repeat that process for a hook on the other side. Alright, so I've got both hooks installed into the ceiling, so now it's just a matter of hanging the panel. So here, just kind of reach up for it. Hook it on. And then slowly let it go down. And slowly let go. So my hands are free. So one hook alone, this one hook that I think I'm pointing at, can handle the weight of the panel itself. Of course, you can't leave it hanging all diagonal, so that's the point of the second hook. So with that, I've already got it in shot. All right. Come on over to the other side. Come up on the ladder. All right. So one thing I've just realized is that this hook is too far out this way. So I'm just going to make a real quick and easy adjustment. Just going to pull it out. Bring it over. I think that's about as far as I need it. It's right there. Screw it back in. And so that's one advantage using these hooks is if you got to make any adjustments, you can do them really quick and on the fly. If you're using those bolt-on toggle hooks that most people probably use, is once you got them in, they're in. You can't move them around. So these are really good for making adjustments. And I'm gonna reach up, get it in. Boom, done. I'm not sure if it's straight, so do a little adjustments. But for the most part, it's as easy as that. They're hung up. It's gonna stay there. That's all there is to it.